Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day, whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, overnight, in the late fringe, in the early fringe, whenever the hell you're watching it. I hope you enjoy it. Today I want to talk about quickly becoming a top five carried and loved upon knife is a recent acquisition, the Berg Blades Slim, capital S, capital L, little I, capital M. Don't know what that means. Don't know that much about the naming convention of that. I just found it kind of interesting and kind of cool. But guys, this knife is a Berg Blades that was actually OEM'd by We Knife Company. It has what I would consider perfect detent for me. I would even say, can you hear that? Very crisp detent. It's a middle finger flicker or thumb roller only, but just an absolute delightful little knife in the hand. So it is a smaller knife. We'll do some comparisons, and that's why I've got my little ruler there in case I want to give you all some specs the best I can read them. But I've got a medium large size hand, and you can see that this is actually milled out or sculpted out to give me a perfect 3-finger grip or a 4-finger grip, wrapping it up around the tail there. I can choke up on this knife. I've got jimping here. Don't have any jimping up here, but I can choke up right on this, I guess you just call it part of the handle here, the flat part of the handle for any type of push cuts, detail cuts, cutting labels, opening boxes. It is an absolute cardboard shredder. It is, I would imagine, a feather sticking shredder. I would think this blade, which is 20 CV, it's a tall hollow grind. I would say this blade could pretty much perform any task from food prep to fire prep to cardboard breaking down to you name it. I mean, this knife, for an EDC knife, it checks all the boxes for me. I'm a huge fan of the Urban EDC 5.5. This knife is kind of in that size range. And I'll tell you guys, not to take anything away from the 5.5, but I think the Berg Blade Slim is definitely higher on my list than the 5.5 now that it's coming to the collection. Let's do a couple of quick little measurements here with my NAFCO titanium. What's up, guys? Ruler from Ben Banters. And it looks like on this particular knife, I've got about a 3-inch blade, right under 3-inch, like 2.9. And I've got a cutting edge of a little bit over about 2.8. The handle on this knife is right at 4 inches. And it is a taller blade. Isn't this boring? 1.5 inches tall. Yeah. Thick. Chunky. Little monkey. Let's do some quick size comparisons against some knives we might recognize and some we might not. So let's start with the Cold Steel 4 Max. It is smaller than the Cold Steel 4 Max. Let's look at it next to the Civivi Baby Banter, which is a great knife on its own right. And it is bigger than the Baby Banter. So let's see how it compares in length to the Benchmade Bug Out. It's a little bit smaller than the Benchmade Bug Out, so we know it's going to be smaller than the Pair 2. Bigger than a Sharpie. I'm going to say it's right around 6 3/4, maybe 7 inches. But it's a great size knife. It is big enough to be a primary carry, small enough to be a backup. It is, I mean, I don't know how to stress the way or convey the build quality on this knife. This is not Arctic carbon fiber. It's called some other type of flower carbon fiber, but it's blue and it's kind of matted. That's why I liked it. Has a titanium clip, titanium bolsters. You can feel absolutely no transition here. I love the blasted blade. I love the access to the lock bar. You can see that right there. It's milled out perfectly. Have absolutely no lock stick. It's just fluid. Let's see how. So it's right under a 1/2 inch thick. So it's like a little chunk. I mean, it's a chunky little knife. See it next to the cold steel and next to the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. But it's a good bit thicker than the Par 2. But guys, that is the Berg Blade Slim. Amazingly, most of the knives that show up on my channel that are in my collection are chasers that are kind of hard to get and they're not always readily available. But these guys are available on bergblades.com. They've got several different variations that are in stock. They've even got like the Arctic carbon fiber and the Mars carbon fiber on sale. They're 20 CV, titanium. Again, OEM by We, a knife that I could highly recommend if somebody's interested into a medium high-end gentleman's little cleaver, chunky little EDC knife. I'd have no problem recommending this to my mom, to a friend, to somebody I care about, because I'm just crazy about this knife. Like I say, guys, you know, I've got several knives that I'm crazy about, so I won't give it top 5 status yet, but I will definitely say it falls in the top 10. And if its pocket time continues to get what it has been getting, it'll quickly be rising to the top up there with my Leon Ma Field Duty EDC and my Brian Brown Jaeger M #1 and #2. But guys, thank you for stopping by the channel. Thank you if you subscribe to the channel. Thank you if you comment. Thank you if you like or dislike anything of the, I guess that's a good thing. I could care less. What I do want to take a second, and I'm sure nobody's watching at this point, but I read every single comment and I try to go on these comment reply flurries, and I've been terrible about that lately. I've been traveling, and ever since before Knives Live, leading up to Knives Live, and after Knives Live, I've been a slacker. That does not mean please don't engage with me. That means engage with me. I will try to respond to every one of those comments, but no, I read them. I care about you all. I love you all dearly, and I'd appreciate it if you'd look out to the guy or gal to your left. Look out for the guy or gal to your right. Look out for each other. Continue to have a blast. Don't cut yourself. Say hey to me in chats. I look forward to seeing you all in the chats. I love you all. Peace.